Hey friends, ya boys Seth here, bringing you a quick look at Keylocker, which I think is available today at the time y'all are watching this. If I'm not mistaken, we're playing it early. Big thanks to the publisher who passed along a copy of the game for us to check out here on the channel. This is a really interesting, like, cyberpunk JRPG, and I'm excited to kind of like show y'all the ins and outs of it a little bit. You know, I have some mixed feelings about the game, if I'm being honest. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna start a new game here for a couple of reasons, because first of all, I want to play a different class. I've gotten a handful of hours into the game with one class on my main save, but I would like to showcase another class and also show you all the game's opening, because the game's opening is sick. The vibes of this game are really strong. And it's some of my favorite things about the game is like the presentation, the way it looks, the vibes of it all. So I really want to show that off. So let's start a new game. Let's jump into it. The whole story, I guess, and setup of this world is this is a world in which music is like outlawed. So we're gonna play the prologue, and you're gonna kind of see what I'm talking about a little bit. And your main character is somebody who does make music. And the vibes again are so cool. They're so right. Like the music, the pixel art, the sort of atmosphere is pretty on point. A lot of cool little like cutscenes like this. Cool characters. Again, I've got some complaints about the game, but we'll get into that. Like even just this, I think that tonally, just this that you're seeing right here, these like opening credits, like kind of gives you a good good like look at the vibes of the game. This is very kind of like intentionally cheesy in a lot of ways. For every lock there is a key, and no matter how well you encrypt yourself, the secrets you want to keep will always come out. They are watching you, watching us. My secret lies in my voice. A secret so loud I can't hide. For I am the sinner who can sing in a world of liars, and my melody will break all the shackles of this made-up world. Prologue. Aberrant Decoding. Scrapyard Zone, Telesto Security Facility. Yeah, so we'll play through the prologue here with a different class than I play on my sort of main save. Welcome to a brand new day, criminals. This is, I don't know if this is Tethys, I think? The Sunken Siren. Today I bring you the future. Your new transparent handcuffs are now controlled by key-based network technology. This upgrade is brought to you by the glorious satellites of Saturn. Why remind yourselves that you're in prison when you are already paying for your crimes? Live the illusion. Live the future. Now. To upgrade to the transparent handcuffs, visit your mental health and security officer while on lunch break. Limited stock and limited discounts for the early birds. Get a taste of freedom by becoming free of choice, criminals. For real? No military-approved outlet should be allowed to put up an ad to sell more handcuffs in a prison cell. This is Bobo, your main character here. We're getting like a text from Dealer Man, who is sort of our brother. I don't really have time to verify, so just do as I say. Yo, I'm here, what's up? How'd you get access to my messenger, though? Later. We have much to do in very little time. Fine, what do you suggest? I'm hacking some doors open for you, but you need to get out of here, fast. Wait up, there's guards here, they'll beat me up. I can download a weapon and a guitar to your location by swapping out your criminal record, but first, a distraction. Distraction? I really like the design of these clerics, these like cone head clerics. An explosion. There has been a breach. Security breach. Prisoners are suspected as the cause of this evil. They must be exterminated. Exterminated. Deleted. As they pirouette on out of here. LOL, so that's what you meant. Correct. Now what, though? Looks like I'm stuck in this place. Now you'll be able to choose one of the criminal records available, so I can assign weapons to your Keybase network data file. And that's my shot at freedom? I can't help you further from here, but if you find a greenlit door, go for it. Thanks, bro. Okay, so now we're gonna pick our class. On my main save, I'm playing as this character, the Sequencer. For this, I actually think I want to go Juggernaut, because I find this interesting. So I'll just give you a quick rundown here. We got an offensive class, the heavy weapons detachment from the old Pioneer Castle. Ruthless, disciplined, and unstoppable, the Juggernauts may be driven mad by the roaring forces that their helmets are meant to contain, crushing whatever is in their way. Left to rot by the church, Juggernauts now make a living by hunting whales and piracy. We got Samurai, a defensive class, an ex-member of an outdated military caste, now roaming the streets as vigilantes, mercenaries, or bounty hunters. Although distant from their past, they still keep their training and defense-focused combat style, committed to setting up counterattacks, avoiding damage, and taking the lead. They abandoned the old ways and their code of honor. Now the only order they obey is the natural order of the streets, where the last warrior standing is the law. Hacker, a cyberspace criminal who uses the Keybase network as a means to navigate through confidential and unauthorized data. Tricksters of the neural core, they transfer the cyberspace interface to the real world to conduct electrical wizardry and overpower their foes in indirect ways to remain distant from the front lines. They have evolved past the need for morality. And Sequencer, a defensive class. Sequencers skip the rituals to receive blessings of the whale directly through their deeper connection with music. They make use of devices and application softwares to record, edit, and play back music by handling note and performance information in several forms, being that through digital audio workspaces or analog production. Sequencers may use several catalysts for whale power, from large hammers to quick daggers. They may heal and buff themselves as their allies, as well as quickly move through the grids. But I want to try this. I want to try this Juggernaut. I love the design of the Juggernaut here. We can actually do some light changes to the color palette as well as we make our character here, which is kind of neat. I personally really like the sort of default looks of the character, though. So I'll probably just kind of stick with this right here. Or this right here, I guess, is kind of the default. This decision will lead to alternate story paths. Choose this path. So this is another reason why I wanted to try a different, like, openings. I really want to see for myself, making the video, like, how different the opening of the game is, because it could potentially be pretty different. Now, this is important right here, and you can, this is the difficulty. You can change the difficulty at any time. This game is hard, and this is something that is important to note. Even on the default difficulties, cyberpunk here, this game is tough. It is very unforgiving. It is a timing-based game, and one of my actually complaints with the game, and you know, I guess I've got a few little issues with the game, but one of them is that the game is it is one of those games where, like, it's timing-based, but you really have to, like, if you cannot meet the game where it's at in terms of, like, learning its timing and sort of, like, getting good, in quotes, there is no, like, you're not gonna do well. I got through the prologue and a little bit of, like, the beginning of the game on this difficulty, and I had a really hard time personally. Now, again, maybe it's like a get good thing, but for me, and I've played other games on this channel that are kind of like that. I don't personally vibe with that a lot, so I turned it down to soft punk, which to me feels much better. Because the timing for the hits is a lot more lenient, and it's not the kind of thing where you're getting, like, one shot if you miss a hit or something like that. Not my recommended method of travel. Now to find a greenlit door and get out of here. Ah, hey Bobo. Don't forget to take a look at the big red pillars. These ones? Yeah, they'll show you what rules to break in the what rules to break in the prison. I'm a rule breaker, alright. So, these red pillars have, like, some light tutorialization on here, but really it's a lot of world building stuff. You also will find, especially here in the prologue, and we'll see some of them as we get through here, a little milkshake, a little HP recovery. We'll find like some data pickups that are also kind of the tutorial, and I do recommend, if y'all play this game, read those, because that is kind of where the game tutorializes a lot of its stuff, and if you choose not to read it, it's very like diegetic. If you choose not to read it, then you're just not going to know what to do. So the game does not like force tutorial on you. You kind of have to seek it out a little bit. There's one of these dudes here. The almighty algorithm is always right. No prisoner is here unjustly. All crimes must be punished by law and discipline. Here's an example. Here's one of them. Info disk, timed hits 1. So we can go into our menu here, downloaded items info disk, and tap A at the right time, plus for special cases. Whenever you attack, you must press the respective attack button as soon as you flash white. This will guarantee a perfect hit for maximum damage. So it's one of those, like, you know, it's like a Mario and Luigi, you know, Paper Mario, Sea of Stars sort of thing, where like timed hits are really important. Athleticism is the bane of a healthy mind. Jumping with B in common areas is not allowed. Physical exercise should only be done with supervision of a local player trainer. Do not cause a ruckus, prisoners. Yep, we can jump. We can pick up stuff in the world. Whenever you do that, this is sort of reminds me of like a Zeboid Games RPG. I think like the Cthulhu series does this, where the more you do in the overworld, wee woo, you have like a sort of like danger meter that makes it more enemies spawn, and you're more likely to get into combat scenarios. There are no random encounters in the game, which is nice. Alright, so we're gonna fight this dude. And you might be thinking to yourself, listening to this, as I was when I first started playing the game, like, this is really kind of jarring. There's no music in the game, but keep in mind, that is the whole setup of the world. There is no music in this world. So, it makes it hit all the more later. Okay. Electric defense is what we're being told to do here. Interesting. So this is actually a move that I have on my main save too. I was the best in the church academy. My extensive training has led me to this day. Now, you. Stand still, prisoner. It is illegal to block my attack by pressing the A button when I flash white. Mess that up. Life attack, so this is new. Another law broken. Yeah, so that meter on the right above my like character portrait there, that's like a like a wanted meter, like a danger meter or something like that. Yeah, use with A. Defending right as the attacker flashes white will perfect parry, denying damage taken. Perfect timing depends on defense equipment and difficulty mode selected. All targeted allies defend together when attacked. That's very, very important. Again, you're gonna vibe with that, or you're gonna not vibe with that. For me, I like this sort of thing to be like, it's a game design thing. It's like a personal preference thing. For me, I like it to be the kind of thing that is like optional. Like you'll do better if if you block or whatever. But in this game, it really is kind of mandatory to block and negate damage. There really is no way around it. Even on this easier difficulty, you really do have to... Whoops. You really do have to nail this kind of stuff. Because as you saw, like, I got early timing there. I still did damage, but it was not a whole lot. Let me see if I can get actually... Yeah, and see, that's just a miss. Whereas, like, the perfect, you do much more damage, right? And then late, I take, like, that's like half of my health, right? This is on the easy difficulty. Alright. Greenlit door. We did it. So like on the easy difficulty here in the tutorial section of the game, like I can take 2 hits. You know what I mean? And the game, to be fair, the game is pretty generous about these milkshakes are like everywhere, and you actually can heal yourself on the same turn as attacking, which is nice. So the game knows that it's difficult, and actually I was looking at the developer's Twitter profile, and I guess they've received some criticism about the game's difficulty, but like that is the game that they wanted to make. Like they wanted to make a hard game, which is fine. And I play a lot of hard games, but again, the only reason I bring it up is because it's either gonna vibe with you or not. This character I don't think I saw. Hey-yo, darling. I've been thinking here with my 2 brain cells. If I try for a jump here, would I fall through the holes of the chains? And what would be the best timing to jump? Answer me, Bobo, since you're so smart. First of all, I'm not smart. We should start there. Secondly, there's probably another layer of chains below this one, so you'd be crushed when you get to that. See, you're so smart you even think ahead. So smart, pat pat. Keep that up and I swear I'll... Ooh, so scary. Alrighty, how do we get out then? I'm guessing I can bomb the place down if the prison is powered by electricity, that is. Just a second, darling. Let me check my files here. You know, you're in prison for doing just that. Checking very confidential, personal, top-secret files. Shh. It's hard to concentrate on this many tabs when you're talking. Yes, yes, yes. This prison is powered by electricity all the way down to its base structure and everything. Cool, leave it to me then. No need to come along, though. When you hear bombs or whatever loud noises, make for that jump you were planning. The chain should be stopped by then. Of course, darling. I'll follow your lead. Yep, this is a different character than I encountered with my other class, so that's cool. I am curious how many little differences there are. Oh, after putting your whole head inside every box, you find a reward for your persistence. You got a cherry bomb. Alright. That's it, one of the electrical conductors. I'm sure if I deactivate this thing with music, I may break the link between base structure and the main building. Maybe I can even bring the house down. Not like they'll be able to hold anything in place without electricity. Okay then, I'll begin my solo live show. It's a little rhythm game here. It's working, the prison's going down, let's go. Yep, so this is actually a whole different area than in my first game with my first character. I was not here at all. So that's kind of cool. It's interesting. Oh, okay, that's just a shortcut back to where that was. Oh. Got spotted. Alright, so let's get closer to you. Alright, yeah. A little late on that. She's healing somebody who's not there. Another thing worth noting, well, I guess I'll showcase it here in just a second. So it's my turn again. You can use the right stick to change the way you're looking, which will change the way your attacks hit. So that's worth keeping in mind. So that EP there, let me actually charge some of that, because this will also retaliate this turn against attackers if she tries to attack me on her next turn. And she's not. She's just sitting there. That's fine. So I can use that EP to sort of charge the attack. You have to build up the EP, but then I can sort of like charge by holding in the direction of the attack and sort of charge it up to do extra damage or whatever. So that's sort of... Oh, ran into another fight. Just one this time, so that's fine. Okay, see if we can get 2 charges off of this. Alright, so again, I'm pressing left on the D-pad to select this attack. If I hold it, I'll use the EP, and then do extra damage. So even on that late attack there, I still did quite a bit of damage with that, right? So the game's combat doesn't have like... It's a pretty simple... Oh, I missed that. Okay, not too bad. The game's combat has... It's really simple, right? Like, there are not that many, like, systems, which I actually am fine with. I'm actually okay with the game's combat being kind of simple and easy to wrap your head around. It's just... It is kind of juxtaposed to, like, how... low-key difficult it can be. Also, you do not heal between rounds of combat, so you do need to make sure you're drinking your milkshakes. Go back down here. This door's open now. Alright, what did that say? E-def? Cause some noise to generate EP and automatically retaliate when hit. Oh, that's my, it's a tutorial for my, guitar attack there. Alright. So this is another thing, you'll find stuff on the overworld, and this is kind of a nice little quality of life thing. If you don't have time for it, if you don't have room for it, you can just sell it. Here's a good example. My danger meter went up to level 1, so now this enemy that wasn't here before just spawned. Doc Martens. Okay. Get some armor. We'll equip it. A little early on that. Nope. Go ahead and do that. We'll counter if we get attacked this turn, which we probably will. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and try to take this dude out. Oh, she moved over here. Interesting. All right, let's do a charged attack. Maybe we can one-shot her if we nail this. Let's go. Cool. We did it. Yeah, like I don't mind the combat. I think it's fine. I don't think it's like doing anything incredibly interesting, but I think it's fine. Hey yo. Patricia, what are you doing here? Me? I was just taking a stroll. Finding the best place to jump, you know? Then I found these guys, these clerics. Ew, Bobo, like, just look at them. They're praying to the algorithm again. Bunch of losers. Let's beat them to a pulp. Sure, let's bomb the church down. May the almighty algorithm curse you with 1,000 years of disgrace. Now, I wonder if this is going to function how... Okay, this does function how the fight did with my first character. There was a moment where I had another person with me, and they sort of acted on their own, essentially. Bulwark, okay. Still timing their stuff. They got a little counterattack there. That's cool. So because I equipped those shoes earlier, I can charge this to turn EP into armor, counterattack with a kick in the face. So it'll kind of show you, like, on the bottom what charging it will do. What the sort of EP will do when you charge it. We can just do this, though. Go ahead and take him out. Getting the timing down, very important. And again, for me, I needed to turn it down. I needed to turn the difficulty down. And I'm sure there's like a, you know, whatever, get good, but I was having a really hard time with the combat before turning the difficulty down. Like, I really was. Alright, he's just about done. Not too bad. Thanks, darling. You're so strong. Tell me, though, what's up between you and these clerics? Or is it the church? Bingo! You hit the jackpot, darling. I hate the church. They're evil. They're obsessed with hearing enhancement and will do all kinds of experiments. They're such weirdos. My ears are pretty just the way they are. I don't want them to grow at all. I'll battering ram all of them into space. Yeah, let's go. Let's get rid of all of them. Yes, darling. Pray for the almighty algorithm to spare your soul when the whale of time consumes all flesh. Yeah, so again, the game's vibe is neat. I like the game's vibe quite a lot. Oh, here's a little... There's some more currency. Here's a healing station here. These are really helpful. Always good. All right. Yeah, I'll just charge some EP right now. Don't have my companion anymore. Yeah, another thing that seems to be a factor too, if you take damage, but you have EP also seems to kind of act like a shield for you. See how it's taking away my EP and my health? Like, if I didn't have any EP, but I took that hit, I probably would be dead right now. I'm just trying to stay alive right now, man. I really need to try to block that attack so I can retain my EP. There we go. Okay, let's build up some more. But it just goes to show you how really important blocking is in this game, and getting your timing just right is. Like, you gotta do it. You can't not. See, I messed up that, and now I'm dead. Let's restart the battle. Luckily, you can get right back into the battle, which I do like. That, to me, is good. But again, like, this is the easy difficulty, man. You know? So this game, I would say, is not necessarily for the faint of heart, either. If you cannot hang with a pretty difficult JRPG, and I'm not saying that there's no room for stuff like this, by the way, at all. There definitely is. Let's be safe and actually heal. So I can heal and attack on the same turn, which is good. Cannot move an attack on the same turn. Whoops, too late. Or too early. That one much better because it was not in a position where I was just sort of like, you know, grinding EP just to survive. I got some oil juice. Love a good oil juice, man. You know what my heart craves? Romantic soap operas. I was enjoying a new episode of my favorite soap opera on Saturn TV when you guys started to flee. On top of that, some higher up called on us for work. This sucks. This sucks big time. What a horrible weekend. Man, just tell me, what happens on today's episode of What's Wrong with Director Kim? So this character is also, this is a totally different like opening area than my first character, but a lot of the same beats are happening, right? You have a friend who wants to like break out with you, like a lot of that stuff is the same, but the actual area itself is different, and the character, like my companion character, is different. But this character is still very much there, regardless of the character you play, I guess. And the general idea of, like, breaking the electric pylons and stuff, that's all still a thing as well. Alright, build up some more EP here. Okay. Gotta be careful of that too, because enemies will counter, so you do need to be prepared for that. All right. Charge my attack a little bit there. Got him on the ropes. All right, let's do this one more time. Build up a little more EP. This should take it out. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We did it. We got a milkshake, a soda lime glass cake, and an immortalized cell for that. Very good. Oh, I want to jump up here and hang out with these alien dudes. There's way too many people in here. Looks like some kind of death row. Better back off ASAP. I'm not sure if bombing the base structure down will actually work. Aw, snap. Patricia, what's going on? Darling, I'm so duper happy that we're going to our Doom party together. Okay. This is a good example. My two real complaints with this game, I really like a lot of what this game's doing. The combat, again, is a little bit, like, ho-hum or hit or miss for me. I think it's fine. I think a lot of people will be fine with it. The dialogue writing, to me, is also kinda like, some of it is pretty, like, and I think this is maybe intentionally for the tone of the game. I'm just, you know, you're gonna vibe with it. It's one of those things, you're gonna either vibe with it or you're not gonna vibe with it. Like, I think this game is gonna be either somebody's, like, game of the year, like, somebody's gonna really love, like, everything this game is doing, or somebody's just gonna be a little bit, like, nonplussed by it, or, like, somebody like me who's kind of somewhere in the middle where I really appreciate a lot of what this game is doing, but some of it is not really my vibe, and the dialogue is kind of one of them. It's a little, like, RAR XD, Hot Topic coded. It's a little bit like, you know, Teenager 2005, you know, sort of vibes here. Sometimes it can be a little cringy from time to time. That's not A-okay at all. As long as you deactivated all of the electricity suppliers, we should be good to go. Well, guess I won't get anything from waiting then. I'll go first. Can't have you dying on me. Oh, my darling. There's a 15 Saturnian minutes later. Next prisoners, step up. What is this sandfly doing in my prison, Telesto? This one is... Yes, indeed. She's been charged for playing music. Playing music, huh? How is she doing this music in our perfectly silent society? We have had no musical crimes in a long time. And even if she had the instruments, she wouldn't be able to produce resonant sonority. Not without the technique. Do you have any footage from the sector in which the crime was perpetrated? No, Mother, I'm terribly sorry. I'm afraid an unidentified suspect rigged the cameras in the area before the live show. You're quite incompetent, aren't you? Remind me again why I've hired your services. Because I won't question your orders like those simple-minded fools that came before me? Fair enough. You're not as ignorant as you may seem. So you suggest this is an organized crime, then? Yes, Mother. A sandfly infestation, then. Exterminate the plague that's spreading music around. Hey, Miss, oh mighty Madam Satellite. I feel like this dialogue, actually, right here, is maybe a bit different than my first playthrough, too. I'm guilty, but I can explain. No need for extermination. Prisoner, it would be in your best interest to not directly speak with a satellite. Shush, child. No need to instill fear in one that is fated to die. Now, I can appreciate your eagerness to help, prisoner. However, we already have all the information we needed from you. Unfortunately, your crime is too great. We cannot keep your carcass and keybase code in our society. We need to make an example out of you. You will understand with time that we have the best intentions for Saturn's future. What was that? What is this noise? Well, mighty madam, looks like it worked. Without electricity in its conductors, the prison's base structure broke and fell, bringing all of its prisoners down with it. 141 years ago, the satellite government banned music. Without it, the people couldn't freely generate electricity. The satellite government took control of all electricity production, with unlicensed music being the worst offense. Then, almost like they planned it up front, the government took over the distribution of this resource. It was the end of autonomy, the end of passion. Electricity distribution was now controlled by their conglomerates spread throughout the Scrapyard zone. All of these corporations falling under the rule of one satellite CEO, Tethys, the sunken siren, the overseer of the Scrapyard zone. The satellite held with her a ring that was to be protected at all costs. Nobody knew what the mysterious ring was or what it did. But with such rings, the satellites held power, absolute power, over the people, and those in the lower zones had it the worst. People like me. Powerless, shackled to the system. For sandflies like us, the lowest of the low, the only way out was up. To have any shot, we'd have to reach the satellites and knock them out of orbit. A goal that wild, though, needed an even wilder plan. A plan that could only be composed by someone with an ear for music. Graveyard of Song. Ouch. So this is where we're going to meet one of our companions. Wait, I'm alive somehow. And could this be... It's a jukebox robot named Rocket. A jukebot? What? It's a jukebot. It's playing music. No, wait, it can't be, right? It looks kind of rusty, but it's the real deal. Music's great. Boss, some girl just fell from the sky and music started playing where she landed. What? Music? We need to make this stop. This sound will alarm the cops. Ahem, we are the White Collars, doppelgangsters specialized in tax evasion. Tax evasion is our pride. And you're going to leave this vicinity immediately if you don't want to be defeated in a brawl of violence and wits. Huh? Can't you hear through the sound of you lending me that bike? Can't hear you through the sound of you lending me that bike of yours. I got places to go. You want to borrow my bike? You crazy? I have some percentage of madness, I won't deny it. Which is why you don't want to test me. I've been to prison. You know what? Yeah, you know that? I'm a fugitive. A weakling like you? Yeah, right. Come, Antoinette, let's kick her out of her comfort zone. Let's protect the tax haven. Let's show her the power of the White Collars. Pfft, amateurs. Music's great, vibes are great. This character attack I remember being interesting. Antoinette, I think you actually have to do like a kind of a quick time event sort of thing, like hitting multiple notes in order to avoid her attacks. Almost one-shot her. Okay, stop it. I call it a draw. That wasn't so bad. I bear no responsibility for any damage caused to your cyberware. I'm sorry, Antoinette. I failed to protect our one and only tax haven. So I guess you actually only need to take down one of them. No, boss. I'm to blame. I underestimated a formidable opponent. You don't know what we went through to find this spot. There's no better place to avoid tax in the whole scrapyard zone. You can't just come from the sky and lay it all to waste. Guys, cut down on the drama, okay? Like I said before, I just want the bike. I'll get it back to you guys, promise. Alright, take it. Grandma's gonna be real mad. Hey buddy, can you wake up and talk to me? The weirdos are gone. I have some stuff to ask you, but first I need to get you on that bike. Not like I'll be carrying you home. So it'd be kind of optimal for you to just get up by yourself, you know? Just wake up, jam it. So there's like, jam it is sort of like a little in-universe swear. We're gonna have to play him some music to wake him up. Cool. They're broken after all. This sucks. I'm gonna try one last thing before I go home. Pay attention to me. I'm gonna sing to you. I don't do this for just anyone, so listen well. Maybe my singing can charge you up with enough electricity for you to work. Or something. Bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop. Heck! You're a full-on walking jukebot now. I can't believe it. This is crazy. I need to show you to my bro. He's gonna go mad in the head big time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the world building is so cool, and the character designs are all so cool, And then every now and then you just get a line of dialogue that's, I need to show you to my bro, he's gonna go mad in the head big time. Alright, this is a cool sequence coming up here. I really like this sequence a lot. Can you play another song? Play one that you think will fit my mood. Yep, that's better. Yeah, this sequence here is rad. Little late title card. Hey dude, what should I call you? What's that on you, a rocket sticker? Well, between that and the new heights you're gonna take our band to, I think I have a fitting name. You'll be our rocket. Blip bloop blat bloop lilybug? You know it, Rocket. As enthusiastic as ever. Good boy. You played a song back there. I thought it was pretty rad. It's not something that people of my time know how to do. I mean, I have a band and I can make music, but it's illegal stuff. So if you want to join us, let me know. You can be our drummer. Our other drummer. He disappeared? You probably don't want to know. Eerie stuff. I know I was the only one to find you, so you'll probably do your robot thing and agree to anything I say, but we need more respect for the bots, you know what I mean? So I'm ordering you to make your own choice. What do you say? Do you want to be my band's drummer? Blip bloop blat bloop blee. Yes, I can sense we'll be great friends, Rocket. That's the title screen. And now we can continue our adventure. Really gorgeous, like, animated anime opening here. Again, the vibes of the game rule. They absolutely rule. I mean, look at this. The character designs are so good. The pixel art is so good. The colors. The game looks gorgeous on the OLED screen. This animated opening, like, it's so... It's excellent, right? Like, it's really, really good. Again, like, little complaints aside, I think that there are going to be people that really dig this game. It's a small team, too. I think it's like 3 or 4 people that made the game, but, you know, like, if you can overlook some kind of cringy dialogue, if you can, you know, like... If you don't find the combat to be too punishing, again, don't feel afraid to knock it down to easy. That's what I did, dude, and I don't feel bad about it one bit. I play games to have fun with them, and I found the normal difficulty to be frustrating, so I knocked it down, and I had a much better time with it, you know? So if you find yourself getting frustrated with the combat, knock it down to easy, and I'm sure you'll have a better time with it. Again, your mileage is going to vary if you... you know, if you vibe with this stuff or not, but I think that this game is going to find an audience big time. I think this game is going to scratch an itch for a lot of people. Also, the developer on Twitter was saying that the game is, like, pretty long. I think they were saying it's like a 35-hour long RPG, which for an indie RPG is pretty damn good. Really like the music a lot. It's good stuff. The game's also, I think, $19.99. I'll have a purchase link in the video description. And I think for the price, to get like a 35-hour RPG, you know, that again, I think some people are going to be really into. Like, seems like a really good price for that. So again, just because I have like some minor gripes of the game, don't get it twisted. I still think there are going to be people that really resonate with this. Chapter 1, First Transmission. So we'll get a little bit into Chapter 1 here before we wrap the video up. I want you to meet Dealer. I want you to see like the kind of hub world, the home base here that you start out at. And we're finally home. Rocket, this is at the Scrapyard zone where I live. We do a lot of waste management here. This place will soon become your home, too. Now go, Rocket, hide behind the boxes. No, don't question me. These people have never seen a bot like you. I mean, you just said you wanted to give them freedom and autonomy, but okay. Just stay there and I'll come back for you, okay? No, don't follow me. Just trust me, alright? I won't abandon you. Aw, Bobo, so happy to see you. I don't have any money on me, no need to be nice. You reek of prison. Yeah, genius, maybe that's because I just got out. Good news is that I was released for good behavior. You fool no one. Can't believe you fled the maximum security prison, props to you. Ivy's gonna be mad, Bobes, be careful. She already is anyways, this'll just put some toppings on her cake of anger. This was actually one of the... This was one of the dialogue lines where I was like, okay. Like, this'll just put some toppings on her cake of anger. This is when, like, because at first I was, like, kind of, like, iffy on some of the dialogue, but then this one I was like, that's just a bad line. Like, let's not, you know what I mean? I think you'd be safer in prison, in all honesty. I don't know what the satellites have been up to, but, like, these things fell from the sky out of nowhere, and it's no fun. One of them fell precisely in Gary's big brain. You know, how he removed his skull to show his brain around? That guy was a total poser. R.I.P. Gary. Did you even know him? I guess I'm glad you guys are safe. Better not tell them I caused this. Anyways. This is our little, like, home here. I think dealer's up here. This is Ivy. Ivy, hey, very, sunny today, right? Come on, give me a hug, a big one. I don't speak criminal. This is my brother's, like, girlfriend. Still mad, huh? I think dealer's down here. This is another thing. There's another sort of, like, element of this game that is very, again, just sort of, like, you know, like random humor, 2005 Hot Topic coded, like I said earlier. Like, alpacas is a big thing in the game. There's a reference to Earthbound has, like, or Mother 3 has, like, save frogs, right? Well, this game has, like, save dinosaurs, you know, stuff like that. That's either going to be your vibe or it's not, man. The rules are clear. In case of emergency, I can park in this space. Sir, there is an emergency right now that requires me to get to my trailer. Do you see? That trailer, in fact. Right over there. Exactly. In the case of an emergency, I must evacuate from the bus, which is the case right now. I can't get back on my bus to move it out there. It's an emergency. I'm just following protocol. See? Page 467. Here, I'll download it to your brain interface so you can check. Sir, you don't understand. I must get to my trailer. Through here. Through there. On foot. Bobo, finally. Do assist your brother in telling this gentleman he should remove his bus from this spot. Whatever, dude. Just go up the cliff. Just climb it. You know, like I do every time. It's not that big a deal. You see? The citizen knows the protocol. You should too. Just open up your firewall and I'll get it downloaded to your brain interface right away. Sir, please. Bro, come on. Come here quick. I'm having a vital conversation here, Bobo. Our lifestyle is on the line. We have more important stuff to discuss than your friendly banter with Gordon. I got us a new bot. What in the absolute? Just follow me, will ya? Alright. So now we have Dealer, technically in our party, although not going to be used in combat just yet. On the overworld, you can hit L to swap between them. I like your new friend, Bobo. I wish I had his social skills. Jam it, Rocket! I told you not to move. Also, kid, don't touch the bot. He's mine. Go easy on him. He's just a child. Wah! See, now he's crying. Brilliant. Hey, kids. Relatable. Beep, beep, boop. So that's the bot you're talking about. Yep. We also got a bike on the way here, but that's a long story. We were last to enter the circuit barricade zone before they closed it. They're surveying the area now. Well, they're after whoever made this concrete mess. Why do you have this bot? I only stole the bike, not the bot, I promise. You had one job. to flee from prison and come back here without any broken parts. But you get me a bike and a robot on the way. How is that even possible? This is no normal bot, bro. This is a juke bot. Show him, Rocket. Show him your juke bot form. Well, this is a juke bot indeed. He even has a name. How lovely. Can you believe I fell on top of him when I exploded the prison? He saved me from my fall. So you caused this, then? You really can't control yourself, can you? Truly mind-bending that you're my sister. Why should I control myself when I'm perfect just the way I am? Now, back to this guy here. A juke bot! Yes, that's somewhat interesting. However, it'll take the government just a few minutes before they get here, and arrest us all for being in possession of a juke bot. Don't worry about that, he isn't trackable. Anyways, I need your help. And, your girlfriend's help. Absolutely not. Bro! Wine to your heart's content, I couldn't care less. In fact, I can take his parts off to sell. He could fetch us some decent money. Enough to clear our debts. We're not gonna do that, are you crazy? This guy's much more valuable than what anyone living in the scrapyard can pay. He's at least 10 times the price. Learning some math now. Only when it comes down to business. You taught me yourself. I just don't want us to get scammed again, okay? This dude, this bot, this is a music bot. I want to keep him for the band. I was the only one around here who could make music, but now this makes it 2 of us. That's not cool, dude. Not cool at all. We had a deal. You said so yourself. After getting out of prison, you swore you wouldn't do anything else illegal. I helped you because of that promise. And that means saying goodbye to music. You don't get it. Music shouldn't be outlawed in the first place. You know that. They only made it a crime so they can make us beg for electricity. But this guy here, this juke bot, is our shot at being independent. You're being absurd. Just say it already. Say what? Your real reason behind this. You see through me like glass. It's because you never had any intentions to hide anything. Okay, hear me out. Rocket, he played a song to me while I was driving him here. He can't speak, he walks a little weird, but he can play music. Maybe, and like I'm not saying it's the real deal yet, but maybe he can create music, like me. And with him, we can make even more electricity. So we can sell more electric pods. For the people, and for the revolution. We can make up any prices we want, we're the only providers around these parts anyways. If you sell his parts, they're just parts. But if we sell the resource, if we sell electricity in bulk, we're going to be rich for life. That seems very shrewd of you. I've learned with the best frugal, stingy dastard around these parts, you. Can you help me out now that your precious money is involved? Cool, fine, I'll help. I'll convince Ivy to fix the robot. Thanks, bro, with 3 X's. I knew I can count on you. Convincing Ivy will be complex. No sweat, bro, you can do this. She's pretty mad at me, so I trust you'll clean up this mess for me as always. Yes, as the ruler in the shadows that I am. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I'll go. Try to get my girlfriend to cooperate, I guess. Ivy, help us out. Ah, come on. Please. Again, I don't speak to traitors. Okay, just listen to us. So, Bobo found a jukebot. She expects you to fix it for her. She also wishes for you to add combat capabilities to him. And you're willingly going along with this? Yes, her plan for the bot is potentially lucrative this time. Like all the other times she tricked you into opposing the government? It's different this time. You're out of electricity for how long now? A week? Maybe 2? How long until your power's completely depleted? I have reserves. They can run for another month. A month. This bot can generate electricity for way more than a month. I can show you how if you help us make him functional. Trust her. She's telling the truth. Know that I don't like this. I will help, but if the cops come, I will say I threatened you to do it for me. I put my boots in your face and urge you to do my bidding or else you die a miserable, lonely death. That's rather specific. Leave the robot here. I'll send him to you when he's ready. I want him now. Can't you be fast? Take her out of here. Okay, I'll go now, I guess. Be obedient, Rocket. She's doing what's best for you, okay? Trust her. I'll be back for you. He's old technology. It'll take me a while. Ruhi wants to talk to you about something urgent. She's northwest in the desert. But the road is closed. You should go down the landfill compactor, past the graveyard of song, etc. You know Ruhi, right? The old lady in a poncho? Why don't you get yourself an alpaca mount to take you to the desert? Ah, yes. This jukebot had a music player with him. I'll install it on your menu interface and add a wheel to him for easier mobility. Then you can listen to the jukebot's soundtrack directly in your brain without causing a social ruckus. This is so cool! Thank you, Ivy. You're the best. Whatever. Now stop bothering me. Go. Honey, go with her. Make sure she doesn't get herself into trouble. What? Just go. I won't tell you twice. Alright then, Your Highness. Alright. Now we're kinda off. The shackles are sort of off. We have our mission. Here's Save Dinosaur. Oh, hello, incandescent-eyed creature of the sand. Do you want me to advertise the saving capabilities of me and my family? What? Are you one of Ivy's new pet? A church spy? Of course not. I'm a Save Dinosaur, your best friend. Since you're meeting me now, you're allowed to save your game. I'm pretty sure I could... Shh, wait. Did you hear this? No? The sound of the ever-shifting reality, the unfathomable dimensions between now and later. Yeah, so anyway, that's Save Dinosaur. Yeah, and that is a little look at Keylocker. A neat game that, again, I think is going to be cool for a lot of people. This is another thing. You have a skill tree here. After every combat, I was getting keys. If you'll notice, in addition to currency and stuff, I can spend those keys to unlock skills. Down a pretty linear, like, skill tree, but you can level up a lot of these things, get new abilities and stuff. Pretty standard stuff. Got your status here. Got, like, a breakdown of all of your stats for both you and your party. Our acquaintances, our contacts, our relationships with them. Quest log. This is where you save and load. Hardware, this is where you equip stuff. Downloaded items, this is like your consumable stuff. And yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. You can actually go through the and look at like the music that's playing as well. Pretty straightforward stuff. I really like a lot of things about this game. Again, I've got some complaints. I think the dialogue can be straight up bad in places, but also recognizing that that is like the tone the game is going for. But like the world building is really cool. The characters are really cool. The art is like really something else. Like the art direction of the game, the colors, the pixels, the way the game looks, especially on the OLED screen, like it is a beautiful game, dude. Like I really do love a lot of what this game is doing in terms of its like presentation. I like the music a lot. I like the world. Again, the combat for me is kind of secondary. Like I don't, you know, I don't really like the stringency the combat places on timing. But again, that's just a personal preference thing. There are going to be people who are into that. But overall, I think there are going to be people who dig this game. This is gonna vibe with, I think, more people than not, especially if you're looking for like a new sort of RPG to get into. If you're like a Sea of Stars person and like you're looking for a new sort of thing to, you know, to lose some time in and kind of figure out and vibe with, then I think you'll probably get a kick out of this. Let's get through this combat encounter real quick. Give you a little look at some of Dealer's moveset here. We can disconnect EP from enemies ahead. It deals reliable damage to all of them. And then face roll, types in some AP with EP. Do a reverse flip as a counterattack when hit. which is good. Did not mean to do that. I meant to move. Now we can counter. He's countering too, though. Did a lot of damage on that, actually. Everybody does block at the same time, so that is nice. Alright, let's try to take this dude out. There we go. Boom. I do like that the field of combat is pretty limited, you know. But yeah, I don't think the game is doing anything too crazy in terms of that. For me, like, I'm here for the vibes. I think the vibes of the game are great. We dinosaurs love getting stuck in the ground. I haven't seen all the fossils and stuff. Earthquaking. So, Save Dinosaur is a clear reference to Save Frogs in Earthbound and stuff. And, you know, you got these little open areas to explore. So, yeah. Keylocker. Neat game. I think a lot of people are going to vibe with this one. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you're playing Keylocker, if this is the kind of game that looks up your alley, if you're looking for a new RPG to play, you probably do worse than this. So, we'll have a purchase link in the video description, like I said. And again, there will be full links to all that stuff down there for you if you want to pick the game up and try it for yourself. Thanks again to the publisher for providing us a code to check it out. This has been Keylocker. I've been Seth, and we'll see you in the next one.